Alrighty, welcome back, Alpha Hunters. The market's rolling on today, this Tubular Tuesday, more like Bounce Back Tuesday, because woof, what a rough way to start the week yesterday. Um, yeah, not really too much kind of going on in the open. We had a slight gap up, but it wasn't anything crazy. It did sell down for a little bit there, first 20 minutes, but we've been bounce mode ever since. The interesting thing is not really too much kind of going on today. I'll just it was kind of expected. I mean, you had a pretty large, you know, down day yesterday. Typically, don't do that from all-time high type area, so kind of makes sense. You at least get some kind of bounce, kind of what we were talking about yesterday. The interesting one though would be on more on the cues. As we were kind of selling down there a little bit in the middle part of the day, afternoon, the cues actually came down and snuck the open, took out that open just barely right before the last hour, and then bounced there in the last hour. So that is kind of what the Qs did. And it was one scenario that we were kind of talking about yesterday. If we just kind of came down easily, steadily, very very gentlemanlike, we'll say, and just kind of snuck that low. You're looking for the bounce after that, and that's pretty much what we got. So didn't know if that would happen by tomorrow afternoon, Tuesday morning, maybe even possibly even a Wednesday morning. So it's going to be curious to see. But if we roll back down now, I would be I'd be a lot more cautious about a continuation and really breaking the lows of Monday and selling off. So that would be the one thing I'd say. So IWM is slightly positive, not really too much kind of going on here. SPY's up a little bit over 0.5%. Qs are up about 0.8%. So that's kind of where things are. IWM is currently up about 0.1%. The DIA is currently up about 0.5%, looking somewhat decent, actually. Basically flat open, quick little pullback there, first 20 minutes, and kind of bouncing ever since. RSP is actually negative. Interesting. Yeah, quick little sell off there to start the day, bounced, but basically just got back to where it opened essentially. So that is how the RSP looks. Oh man, the RSP not looking too bad actually. Here on the daily picture, looking pretty decent. Kind of like the bullish volume we were kind of talking about last week. Resting. We needed some resting pullback type action. We've now gotten 5 days, 6 days where we've kind of traded sideways since last Tuesday. So this is looking pretty good. We're gonna have Fed Day tomorrow on Wednesday. Fed is notoriously not a big bearish catalyst. So I mean, they're going to be supportive of the market in any possible scenario. So I wouldn't expect them to say anything that would be bearish. That's not their mantra, right? So I would expect some somewhat okay developments tomorrow. DIA, yeah, DIA got bought up pretty strong yesterday, looking pretty good. Okay, IWM. Oh man, IWM better be bouncing off of this level now because this is like we tried to bounce off of it last Thursday. We came back down obviously yesterday. Yesterday was just a weird day. But we're hanging on to this level. So if we're not getting through this level sometime soon, or bouncing off this level sometime soon, we're gonna have some real issues here on the IWM because people are gonna look at what we did over the past week as a false breakout, uh, higher, and people might be piling in on the bearish side. Qs moving higher, checking into the moving averages. It's kind of the one thing that's tough when you have those big gap downs. Is everything that would have been support now becomes resistance. So hit into that 20 EMA today. I'd imagine even if we do continue a little bit higher today, tomorrow, we might not go much higher. I mean, you're probably going to have at least a bearish move, maybe here over the next couple days, depending on how high we get. It's kind of tough to say because I mean we are going to have Fed day tomorrow, so it depends on what kind of happens tomorrow. Depends on how much of a bounce we get, how much, how that pullback looks and stuff like that. Interesting look here on the SPY. We'd have this, well, island reversal. That we have an open gap here over the past week at least. Obviously, we do have some overlapping from all-time highs. So, but recently we have this open gap. So if we do make a run up to like 606 type area, yeah, that we could definitely be hitting some resistance as we get up to there. Okay. Okay. VIX pulling back a little bit. Almost back down to those moving averages. Getting back below 17. DXY. Nice little move higher today. Bouncing a little bit. Nice big old upper wick, lower wick doji there. Big doji. Okay. Definitely got the moving averages coming down. Might just get sandwiched in here for maybe a day or two, and we'll have to see if it breaks down or breaks out, breaks up or down. So, okay. Gold, GLD, Gold Trust pullback yesterday, hit right into that 10 EMA area. So it looks pretty good. That was the quick snapback we got. Now we're continuing higher. Gold's up. Dollar, gold, and yields are all up today. I don't make sense of this market anymore, man. Yields, though, yeah. Yields bounced a little bit. Obviously broke down a little bit yesterday. We might not see much more movement from yields until we get to tomorrow, just because of Fed Day. So, okay. HYG bouncing, pulling back a little bit. Not bouncing, but pulling back a little bit. LQD hitting that 50 EMA yesterday, pulling back a little bit. And then the TLT pulling back a little bit. It's gonna be kind of nasty if this was just a real quick wick, take out stop losses and stuff like that. It's kind of what we were talking about at the end of the last week. It's kind of, you're definitely moving some stop losses, probably just above the highs here on the TLT at least of December 31st, or January 21st, and then yesterday just kind of volatile day. You gotta get a quick little wick. So if we wind up rolling over from there, that'd be just so dirty. If the market does do that, it would just sometimes, man, the market just does that, and you just like you want to just punch a pillow, If as far as the sector rotation, obviously we get some people buying the dip in tech area. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Communications underperforming. That's the only sector that's really outperforming on the day. Communications, financials, discretionaries, materials, healthcare, industrial, staples, energies, real estate, all underperforming. Utilities, which got hit pretty good yesterday, getting hit again today. So a lot of people saying the big loser in this, as far as the AI stuff that got released out of China yesterday, early Monday, late Sunday night, definitely impacting utilities and power generation type companies. All right, so as far as intraday price action, tech, discretionaries, communications, low outperformance there. Financials in line with the market. Materials, staples underperforming. Healthcare, real estate, industrials, energies underperforming. And then, utilities, you're just seeing that intraday selling, which is very much what was going on yesterday as well. It was very much utilities were getting hit during the day quite a bit. So if we just take it from how it looks since the beginning of yesterday, you can see utilities was getting hit really hard early in the day, and they actually had a decent buy up by the time we got to the end of the day. Actually, a pretty good buy up. People didn't believe that. You can see they're back down pretty good. So, yep, two days back to back days where you got pretty good selling to start the days, and utilities. Will utilities get the bounce? By the end of the day, that's possible. I don't know if I would believe that one. So.